Hey, 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 what's going on? I hope that you're having a good day. Just wanted to jump on here really quick. Um, I'm out riding my bike. It's been quite a long morning. Quite a long morning. I stopped by what I like to call my accountability rock. I'm, I'm sitting here and I'm just kind of looking at nature. It's kind of beautiful there. Or not kind of. It is beautiful out here. And I just started thinking about mindset. I've been doing a lot of research and studying on mindset and what it takes to change your mindset, to change your mindset from a fixed mindset to a mindset of growth. And the reason why I'm studying this is because I believe that a mindset, a proper mindset, a healthy mindset will make the difference on whether you're a success or an unsuccess. And when you're defining the success or the unsuccess, is up to your interpretation. Your interpretation. So with mindset, it's on how you view the world, how you view people in the world, processes in the world, and more importantly, how you view yourself. So, quick story. This is the first time that I realized that it was my mindset that was going to make a difference in my life. I realized that I needed to change something in my life. And the thing that I needed to change was I was at this point, I was 18 years old and I was a high school dropout. I hadn't realized that I had dropped out of high school. I hadn't realized it until I think I went to go get a transcript because I was trying to do something. I was thinking about joining the Marine Corps, and they say you need a transcript. And I go and they say, hey, you need to go pick up your file. I think it was like down at the county. It was. I need to go pick it up someplace because that's where the dropouts went. The file for the school for dropouts. And I'm like, damn, I'm a dropout. I'm a dropout. I hadn't been to school in months. I hadn't been to school in months. And I remember telling myself before that, I'm going to go back to school. I'm going to go back to school. I'm going to go back to school. I'm going to stop skipping school with my friends. And I'm going to go to school. I'm going to get an education because I know that I need an education in order to succeed. In order to succeed in what I'm trying to do in life, I need to have an education. But for some reason, I couldn't get myself to a point to do that, to have enough courage to do that because, I mean, I was afraid. I was afraid of school. And the reason why I was afraid of school was because I was intimidated. I had ADHD. So if you look at a lot of my videos, especially when I'm in my office, you'll see me kind of moving around a little bit because my brain is firing off on just some not I'm not going to say better cylinders, but just completely different cylinders, and I'm thinking about certain things. So man, it was just with that going on, it was just hard for me to concentrate in school. And I went through certain paths of life where I'm like, okay, I got this thing figured out, I got this thing beat. But uh, towards high school, when I started getting a little bit of freedom, I stopped going to school because that was the easy route. And that's where my mindset was at. I was half in, half out. So physically, right? Physically, my body was out, but my brain, I'm still out, but I'm trying to figure out how to get back in, how to get in that zone of going to school, getting my high school diploma and being successful. I had a shift in my life. I had a shift in my life, and it was actually a shift that I created. I had a child on the way, my baby girl, the light of my life. I had the light of my life on the way. And I say the light of my life because when I first heard that I was going to be a father, things changed. It shifted. I went from a period of darkness, right? A period of darkness to all of a sudden light, where I'm like, I have to do something different because this thing isn't just about me anymore. It's about someone's life. So I made a decision. I said, I'm going to join the United States Marines. I made a decision. And when I made that decision, I made up in my mind that there was going to be nothing to stop me in doing it. There's going to be nothing to stop me in fulfilling this goal, fulfilling this dream. I lost so much weight, man. I probably lost 30, 40 pounds. I've always struggled with weight. It's always been the thing that's kind of, I wouldn't say held me back in life, but it has been one of those things to where I want to do some extreme stuff, but you have to be, you have to be in a certain, you have to meet a certain physical requirement in order to do some of these things. So that was the thing that was holding me back. Weight. I started running with one of my really good friends. I started running with a recruiter, and he ran with me every day around this golf course. And it was those moments where I realized not only was it bigger than me, but there was more going into me, more going into me. So I had to put out. I had to make a decision. I ran around that golf course. I ate everything that I was supposed to eat. I was so healthy. I worked out so much. I went to boot camp. I was still out of shape. I had lost the weight. I was still out of shape. Went to boot camp, and I got put in what they called the pork platoon, meaning I think it was like PCP, physical training platoon. I didn't meet the requirement. So what this meant was when I was supposed to come home, I was going to be held back. I was getting pushed back a cycle until I passed this PFT. So I got pushed back, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm not going to miss the birth of my child. What am I to do? And I just start thinking of all these other things. I could go be a truck driver. I can go do this stuff. I can go work at the steel mill. I can go work at the steel mill. So my mindset is going there. But then I'm like, you know what? You started this, and you need to finish it. So I finished boot camp, and I'll never remember, like during the process of when boot camp was getting ready to be over. A drill instructor, one of my drill instructors, I mean, he was in my ass the whole time. He'd look over at me and he'd say, Taylor, I almost didn't recognize you. You're a lean, killing, fighting machine. You're ready for combat. And I was like, damn. And it shifted me. It shifted me to where I'm like, okay, I did it. I got out of that fixed mindset. I got out of the fixed mindset of basically land on all the different excuses. I got out of that, and I started making reasons why I needed to succeed, and I started putting in plans on how to succeed. So that's a growth mindset. You look at a bonsai tree. You know, a bonsai tree ain't gonna grow up to be a freaking oak. I'm not saying that it has a fixed mindset, but it's in a fixed environment. When people have bonsai trees, they cut around the tree. They know that bonsai tree isn't going to grow. They're grooming it. They're grooming it as far as its expectations. You drop a freaking acorn in the ground and you till it and you do everything that you're supposed to do. You know what? You drop that acorn in the ground, you come back 100 years later, guess what you're going to find? You're going to find a freaking tree. That's a growth mindset. Another time, I was actually in the Marine Corps, and I was in the Marine Corps, and I was working as a what was my job? I was working in motor transport. Yeah, I was working in motor transport, and I was working with some guys. They were pretty hard charging, and I raised my hand and I said, "Hey, you know what? I want to volunteer to go to SEER school. I'm going to go to SEER school." And That what that means is survival, evasion, resistance, and escape. You're basically going to be a POW. You're going to be a POW, and you're going to get beat. You're going to go through some things that you're going to go. If you raise your hand and go to Syria, you're going to go through some things that you just never imagined that you would be going through in your life, and it's going to challenge you and change you. And I knew that that was going to happen. And one of my leaders, he said, "Dude, I don't think you should do this." He's a really good friend of mine. I don't think you should do this. You're not built for this. And I heard that, but I didn't receive it. I didn't receive it. I went on to go to SEER school, and it changed my life. I realized some things about myself that I would have never even discovered had I would have did that. So I tell you, like, those two stories, those two pivotal moments in my life, because I know that you're going through a pivotal moment in your life. Everybody, no matter who you are, this moment is pivotal, because without this moment, like right now, there's no tomorrow. So it's pivotal. It's very important. I want you to hear this. The the people that you have in your life, the obstacles that you have in your life, the processes, if it's you, the obstacle, I want to encourage you to get over those obstacles. Start thinking about why you even started the path that you're on. Why did you start the path that you're on? Do a heart check. A heart check. Why am I doing this? And use that to create a picture in your mind so that you never forget. You never forget why you started. And hold on to it. Hold on to it, because you're going to be tested in life. I had somebody reach out to me the other day, and it was just like, "I'm so proud of you." And, they're telling me all of these things that, most people would say, "Man, thank you, thank you, thank you." But all I could think about was, yeah, they're right. But I've had to go through so much. I've endured so much of that to get to this. And it makes me even hungrier. It makes me even hungrier, because I'm running towards that growth mindset. I want you to run towards that growth mindset, because if you have a fixed mindset, you're going to stay exactly like that freaking bonsai tree. You're going to stay in an environment to where you're getting clipped based on a size of a little plant like this. You need to be a tree that freaking grows up. A tree that grows up. I didn't even plan that. There's actually like a freaking oak tree freaking behind me. That's crazy. Yeah, I didn't plan that. But you get what I'm saying. In order to grow, you have to put yourself in an environment to grow. In order to grow, you have to change your environment so that you can change your mindset. You change your mindset. Everything in life is going to be about growth, and instead of being about death, because that a fixed mindset is death to me. It's about the growth. It's about the growth. Life is about growing. I like to say you grow through what you go through. The things that you're going through, they're going to be hard. It's going to be very hard. But remember this, you're harder. You're harder than those obstacles that are put into place. They're not going to have any dominion over your life unless you let it. They're not going to have any dominion over your life unless you let it. You got a choice. I want you to make that choice, the right choice, the choice to have a growth mindset, the choice to not make excuses, the choice to not give in to anybody else's excuses or anybody else's fears. Those people that are in your life, they love you, but they, maybe they're telling you that you shouldn't do this or you shouldn't do that, but that's their mindset. That's their mindset. Their heart and their intent might be pure, but you need to remember why you started, why you're at it, why you started, what it is that you started. Life is about growing. And if you're not growing, you're dying. Take care, and I'll see you guys later.